Yo, 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 what's up, Raider Nation? Thanks for joining us. Uh, we're licking our wounds a little bit today. Let's get right into it. The matchup against the Indianapolis Colts. Lucas Oil Stadium there in Indianapolis this past Sunday on the last day of 2023, New Year's Eve 2023. Let's get right into it. So remember, on the preview show, I said we can run on these guys, right? Oh, my bad. My bad. This the big ragu. My main man, Famo, joined me to kick off the show. So Coach Rico is in the house, y'all. Y'all give him a good round of applause.
Hey man, thanks for having me, Coach. Thanks for having me, Big Ragu. Appreciate being on the show, man.
Appreciate you, man, for joining us. Man, my bad. I'm so ready to get into this Raider shit, bro. I damn near forgot to introduce you.
Oh man, it's good. It's all in good spirits, man.
Man, it was a tough one. But I don't know if you saw the show. It's a show, audio podcast only. It was called Ragu Says Indy Don't Want None. Right? So in that podcast, bro, I talked about we could run on the guys and we need to be able to get Zaire Franklin blocked up. So I feel like, we ran on him. Zeus, I had Zeus's numbers. 20 rushes for 71 yards. And then he caught a couple passes for another 26 or 25 yards. So, 96 yards from scrimmage or something like that. Maybe, no, 30 plus yards in receiving. He said he went over 100 from scrimmage. I talked about it was going to be running back out the backfield money against Gus Bradley in that cover 3 over defense that he runs. Old Legion of Boom defense, right?
Right.
And this is exactly what happened, man. All that shit was there, right? When the game first started and Bo was hitting all this stuff, I'm like, Bo, I know you follow me from burners, bro. But then we kind of went away from it. I also said we had to convert in the red zone, which we kind of did when we got in there.
Definitely.
Now, what screwed us was in the first quarter, 4th and 1, we get cute with the trick play, the fly sweep, throw back to the QB. Nobody's open. Throw back, nothing. We got nothing out of it.
Nothing.
And then line up, we're going to go for it on 4th and 1. False start from 72, Jermaine Illuminor. Wow. We lose out right there. Don't get anything.
Shot in the foot.
Yeah, that's the type of shit that when Bo, the new offensive coordinator, does that type of stuff, dude, that's like, you don't need that, bro. Just run Zeus in there and get the first on 3rd and 1. We don't need the trickery. You're not tricking anybody, son.
At all.
You haven't even been doing this long enough
to be trying to trick someone.
Yeah. Put the fullback in there, line it up, go get the 1 yard with Zeus, man. Bring him downhill. So yeah, that kind of messed them up because we did run on them. We had success out the backfield. We didn't convert this thing into a victory. So I do want to say that it was crafty. The dude, Brandon Faison, played corner for us, played corner for the Raiders 2 years ago. Last year played corner for the Colts. Practiced against the dude, Michael Pittman, all the time. Hasn't been active for the Raiders all year. They activated him this game. Pittman didn't have a great game.
No.
I look up his numbers. Let me see. Let me see old Pittman.
Oh, Pittman, man, he
Good player.
good player, man. I mean, I want. I mean, looking at you guys, man. Overall, from my standpoint, in my opinion, D is your young Q doesn't turn the ball over.
Got 5 catches for 46 yards.
Pittman,
So, yeah. Nothing to write home about against my man Faison.
right?
You know, that's what I'm saying. It was a crafty move by my guys, the Raiders staff and Champ Kelly, the GM, to activate the guy off the practice squad for this game. But what was you saying?
I'm saying that your defense stood up, but the guy didn't turn the ball over. Going back to your coordinator has to buckle down and stick and not, like you said, not try to be fancy at all. Because you know, Zeke, as you say, White did it 20 touches, 71 yards.
Oops. Yeah.
Zeus is what you call him.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen, having him in the fantasy this week. Shouts out to D Money Fantasy League, y'all. If you've never been in it, man, I gotta go on and say, hey man, tap into D Money, man, the big ragu, and jump in the league next year, man. Make it interesting, man. A lot of you guys out there are good at what you do, so we're looking forward to seeing you. Two-time champion, Coach Fame here. You know, I'm proud of that, man. You know, I've been in the league a long time. I've been looking at my stats and history. And I come a long way, man. There's some people that dropped out the league, but hopefully they jump back in and we get better competition, man. But we had some good competition, man. Shout out to everybody that played this year.
Yeah, we had good competition. People were into it. That's all
Yeah.
I ask, man.
Hey, man, everything you put on, Big Ragu, man, kind of does what it does, man. You bring the energy, man. You're creative and you get open with it like the Big Ragu show here, man. You know, like I said,
Appreciate it, brother.
it's a pleasure to being on. But man, talking Raider foot, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. I like the Raiders outside of my Niners, man, based on their attitude. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
again, me, if you guys don't know Coach Fame, man, I'm a history guy. I'm a little with the old and got a little with the new. So, but I'm traditional, you guys. I'm loyal, traditional, and I'm old school. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I was saying, D, man, your quarterback doesn't turn the ball over. I was kind of eyeing this guy for the last 3 weeks, man, and he doesn't turn the ball over. You know, he's a young guy, and that's what you know. You can't ask for somebody who doesn't turn the ball over at the helm. You
He
know,
still doesn't have as many picks as Jimmy G does
right now today.
right
Wow,
now.
wow,
And Jimmy G played less games.
wow.
So that part, I'm not mad at him. And you know, that's a segment after this, but I'm gonna jump into how I feel like he played.
He's gonna get
Let me
better.
get through this one point right here, though. This is Raider fans. This is gonna be controversial. Controversial. Um, I'm not sure Colton Miller is better than Thayer Mumford. I'm gonna tell you why this is a big deal, Coach. Thayer Mumford is a 7th-round draft pick from last year at Ohio State. Colton Miller is one of the highest paid players on the football team at tackle.
Mm.
So I've been watching because Miller has been out, Mumford has been playing. They haven't missed a beat over there, bro. I'm just saying. And I'm watching the young fella move around. And Colton seems be a little bit quicker maybe when he gets in there, but the power is not the same. Mumford is moving guys out, getting to the second level, punishing 2 dudes. You never see Miller do that. Miller is a technique guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Get in front of the guy. Yeah. Mumford is a kind of a mauler. So I mean, this is the question that come cap casualty time. Colton Miller, hey man, it's a business, bro. Y'all be talking that shit about Josh all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just because Zeus came in, had a few good games. Now Josh is expendable. Well, I'm saying the same thing about the tackle. He's expendable because Mumford played well, and Jermaine Illuminor, except for this past week, has been playing well. So do we need to be paying that position that much when we got this rookie that we could re-sign for on the cheap? I'm just saying, on the business tip.
Oh, man, great point you made.
Also, a little more controversy, man. And I'm a segue this into the next segment, so I'm gonna hold on. All right. Anything you want to say about the lineman situation, Fang? That's fine.
You said it best, man. You broke that down sweet, bro. I mean,
all right. So
I hope they listening.
They follow from burners, bro. So game balls. Always do that on the show after the game.
Okay.
And last couple shows we won, and it was nice to give out game balls. Everybody's happy. When you lose, it's not such a happy time, but we're gonna give them out anyway.
Okay.
First and foremost, man, let's just get it out the way. Max, come get your game ball. Max gets you know what I mean? Max gets a game ball every damn game. He brings the energy. He brings the heat. He sets the tone for us on defense. I'm going to give one to Zeus, man. We said his numbers earlier. Right? Zeus had, let me be clear on Zeus, because I know he ran for 70.
Touched the ball 20 times, 71 yards.
20 totes. He toted it 20 times.
20 times.
And 5 catches for 35 yards.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
So 25 touches, right, for 106 yards for Zeus.
Okay.
So we're going to give Zeus a game ball.
Hey, man,
now,
you got to highlight Crosby's stuff for his game ball.
When he jumped on the
hey, man,
from the
I'm sitting here and I'm saying, hey, I'm over here on fantasy and it's close. I'm saying, come on, Crosby, make a play. All in my ears. As you last week saying, Crosby is the shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
and he,
hey man, defeated the shit. Hey, defeated the block and jumped over the full and made the tackle for loss.
Yeah. Then they missed the field goal, but called the boo-boo call on us.
Oh, yeah. I know you're going to get into that, but.
Yeah. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into that shit. But hold on. We got a game ball or two to give out still.
Stop.
So now, let me say this first. Tay, I'm going to give you a game ball. 13 catches, 126 yards, 2 tuds, 21 targets.
Shut up.
But Tay, you had 2 drops. Let's face it, man. You had 2 drops. And I'm going to take the good with the bad. You're going to get the game ball. But that's 2 weeks in a row, brother. Drop the football. But beautiful performance other than that. You got an end zone twice. You kept us in it. That catch you made on 4th and 1 and saved us was awesome. And that's why you get the game ball despite the 2 drops. So great game, Tay. Now let's talk about what we didn't do. We out-yarded them. I forgot to say. 370 to 349. We out-yarded these guys and lost.
Wow.
We did not play as well against the run as I would have hoped. Although Taylor did not go over 100 yards. He had 21 carries for 96 in the tug. The other kid, Sermons, comes in with 5 rushes for 32. So together they went for a buck, 28 on us. But that's a few too many yards. That's a few too many yards. We knew coming in what they were gonna do. They hit us with play action up the field. We got a little too aggressive. The zero coverage blitz got stung over the top on the crossing route. We gave up 2 50-yard passes after not giving up any long passes like that in several weeks. We gave up 2 in the same game. So we did not play as well on we played well on D, but we didn't stop the run as well as I would have liked to, and we got beat deep on D. Otherwise, man, D, 20, 23 points, really only 20 because they cheated on the field goal. 20 points in the National Football League, your D giving up is not bad at all. You didn't play bad defense.
Not at all. Not at all, man.
So overall, bro, we got a little undisciplined, right? With the false starts. I think it was 3 of them. The PI call, we got a little grabby. Penalties bit us a little bit, and the refs. But I do like the fight that they went up there with. I like how they stayed with it and stuck in the game. I feel like AP coached a good game. He went for it that one time on 4th and 6. Got it. Managed the clock well down there coming towards the end to where we was gonna have time. But they screwed us on the call, man. Also, man, I'm gonna go ahead and give 8 in the game ball, man. Threw for 299 yards, the kid did.
Wow.
Yeah, like you said, didn't turn the football over.
AC.
Didn't turn the football over.
How big is that kid?
He's a big drink of water, man.
Big kid, man. He slings it, man.
He's a tall drink of water, man.
He got to get back. I just feel he got to get a little bit more in tune with his ace. His ace.
With Devontae?
Yeah, man, you got to get in tune with that guy at this point. Those
O'Connell, 30 of 47 for 299 and 2 tuds, no interceptions.
No picks, man. No pick. He doesn't turn the ball over. And look, in many of those games I've watched him. Like I said, man, if you had Zeus, you got Zeus in the can, and you got Jacobs, bro. If you've been having Zeus the whole year and you've had Jacobs, that's a 1-2 punch, man. See, again, man, coaches seem not to understand, but hopefully, man, AP comes in and do a great job because as you spoke about his management as a head coach in this past weekend's game, man, he done a great job. He had him set up, ready to go. Defense played lights out at the end, get the stop, and for the refs to play a role in the game there, man, and take away what the Raiders put their heart and soul in was
gave him the re-kick, put it closer, and let him kick it again.
Yeah, so.
And AP, to go expound a bit on what you was just saying, AP has got better every game. It's gotten better every game with, coaching, with some of those decisions in game, the development of players, the decision to go with Faison, the decision to pick up Jack Jones and play him and get rid of Marcus Peters, check Marcus Peters in front of everybody. He's done stuff as a head coach, man. He didn't just get the keys and just guide the car, man. He actually did some things. So, that's another whole thing as far as the being for AP getting the job. And ask your question, Aiden goes 6'3", 210. They list him.
Thought he was bigger than that. I was hoping you'd say something like 6'4", 6'5", but he's still a big kid, man, and he plays.
Yeah,
Like I
looks
said,
bigger than that to me.
yeah, he does, especially in uniform.
Yeah, even
10.
though that's plenty, big enough. But yeah, that's what they got him at. That's what they list him at.
I see AP making a good candidate for UIH to renegotiate a contract for the guy to have the head coaching helm. Um, as you broke it down, you got to have those in your face coaches get in your face with your guys and have the same
Yeah,
level of respect and
hold guys accountable, bro. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
right. And like you said, he's been there teaching, and that's what head coaches do, make people around them better.
Been very impressed with the in-season development of the young guys since AP and them took over. From Zeus to young guys like on defense that have stepped up, like Kuntz and even Tyree Wilson. Also, Michael Mayer got better, even though he's been out with the toe. Trey Tucker seems to, be catching on a little bit better. Even Jacorian Bennett, when he's been in there, the cornerback. So everybody, the young guys, towards the end of the year, start showing the development and the time and patience that the coaches was putting into them. So shout out to the coaching staff for that.
Shout out. Shout out. The corner number 18, man. He's
Yeah, that's Jack Johnson.
uh
I mean, Jack Jones. Jack Johnson was the boxer. But yeah, Jack Jones, man, they picked him up from New England. That's the kid that used to play for Young Beach Poly, play for Coach Pierce at Poly. Transferred to ASU, played with Coach Pierce, and then they're back together in the league.
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, he went and had Champ Kelly go get him, man. After New England cut him, they cut him mid-season. He had some type of issue or whatever. Raiders went and got him and released Marcus Peters. This guy's been starting corner ever since.
One-handed.
Two pick sixes, one of them one-handed, one of the sweetest plays of the year in all of the National Football League. One of the sweetest plays of the year. So that's it. Game balls. I know we went into other stuff.
Game balls.
What we didn't do though, JT 4.4 yards a carry, a little too much. Another thing, man, and this is a sidebar or some shit, but CBS, we don't need Tiki Barber calling our games. The dude's a hater, man. He always been a Raider, like, hey, you say a little hater shit about the Raiders, man, to me, man. Yeah, we don't need, can we not have Tiki Barber call Raider games? Please. That's just a little sidebar for me. So
Tiki Barber.
Now step a little bit more into the AP situation. What do you think now? To say beats Denver. He gets the job or he goes through the whole interview process with a bunch of other candidates.
I think he should get the job, man. I don't think it should be a question. Now, to say if I was one of those outside coaches looking for an opportunity to get to the Raiders, you still have to do it in a professional manner. You still have to interview those guys, and see what you got, But me as the owner, If I'm MD, if I'm MD, I'm like giving my man a little more bonus, give him the private jet, send his family over somewhere for a weekend, Jamaica or wherever they want to go. But I'm gonna interview these candidates and see if there's one better than my guy. You know what I'm saying?
So you would do that under any circumstance. So nothing that AP could have done. There's nothing that AP could have done where you, as the owner, would have just given him the job without interviewing people. Where you
Well,
just would have came in and took the interim tag off.
I just me myself as an owner, I would like to be legitimate all over around the board. So if I did this for this one guy, I would have to do it for the next guy. So I would never get to see the talent. And I can't see myself as an owner, not just giving guys, because at any point I was a guy like those young guys looking to get in as well, or any other coaches that just want to interview. And it would only be, fair to say that, hey, Coach owner Mr. Martin does it in a great way. He does it the right way. And even though AP may be my guy, I still got to do it the right way.
I
And
feel you.
clearly he's my guy. That's why I would be sending him out on a jet for 2 weeks with his family somewhere to just relax and not even look at ESPN.
While you get the interview process out the way.
Get it out the way. And hey, you never know. I may get a great candidate where, because in my mind, I'm already keeping a guy like AP. We broke down the checks of the boxes, man, and AP fits the script 100%. Right. Let me just make that clear of what we're looking for in the culture, and as we moving forward. But definitely, that's what you look for. That's what you get. I think that's where us, SC, meaning us, went bad. We didn't keep Ed. Ed was the guy. And you see it all the time. You let him get away, and they go somewhere else and be just what we thought they were.
National championship.
Yeah. So AP would be the guy for sure. Just tell AP take 2 weeks off, take your family, take the jet. And do the process the right way, because, like I said, I have to think about me being one of those guys and how I would look at the owner if I just didn't get an interview.
Well, let me say this then. What about the guys that would say, "Oh yeah, Mr. Martin just went through the motions with us. He was gonna hire AP the whole time."
All right. Well,
you're saying you're doing it the right way by giving everybody a chance, interviewing people, but you also said in your mind you kind of already got your guy. And now, would you call that going through the motions with guys, or are you just saying you're doing your due diligence and there is somebody that could have said something in one of them interviews that would have not had you hire AP and hire them instead? Is that the case, or are you just going through the motions with those guys?
Definitely the due diligence, but no, I wouldn't be going through the motions because, like I said, it could be some great talent in there. Just giving that interview, I'm looking for the future, and AP may work out this year, next year, but AP may not work out 3-4 years down the line. So now that I feel good about AP, like I said, I would just be fair, and it wouldn't just be going through the motions. It would really be learning and making my checks and writing my names down and say, hey, okay, so now if I can take a conversation with AP and say, AP, you think about hiring this guy or this guy, bringing this guy in, and I'll ask interviewees as well, hey, what would you think about if I hired you? Would you be willing to keep AP on? You know what I'm saying? So in that situation of being fair and not just be a dog and pony show, or like you said, go through the motions. We do know. Let's face it, the world know AP's done a great job. He should have the job. but I'm also as an owner, I have to carry my position. And be fair. You know, I just want to be fair and not go through emotions and not have people. And people are gonna say what they're gonna say, but hey, become an owner
Yeah.
like, you know, once you become an owner, you can do what the fuck you want to do. So
Right. That's so no true. So the way I'm looking at it now, since he didn't get the job, I would have given him the job after the Kansas City game. Maybe a little bit jumping the gun a little bit on the emotional tip or whatever. But you know, having not beat them guys in so long, and some of the games being blowouts, and you know them just owning the division for so long, him making that statement, like going up there and beating them on Christmas, man, was enough for me. Yes, winning this past Sunday against the Colts would have even been more of a slam dunk. I almost feel like the Denver game is a must win.
another rival,
However, I would have given him the job after.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
It
But
gave
now
you
that he
credit.
hasn't got it, in the way, and what I've seen, in the way that we have lost the games that we did lose, one where we didn't score at all. I feel like we had 2 defensive touchdowns against the Chiefs. Other than that, we had 6 points. Now I want to sit down with him. Here's a good thing about AP now. The D is set. We know what we're doing over there. Right? We got that. We got the coach. The coach has his guys. If he needs some youngsters or some enhancements through free agency, we'll take care of him on that.
Okay.
But AP, what I need from you is your plan going forward on who you plan to hire, what you and your guys' vision for the offense is.
Okay.
What Q we gonna, would be ideal. Are you gonna get a guy that can do what Aiden does well? Or you gonna get a guy that we can adapt the offense to whoever we get? What are you gonna do, and who is that guy? Basically, right?
Right.
And you got to sell me on it, because like I see Mark up there, and what Mark doesn't like is not scoring, man. The sitting there, thanks, man. Sitting there with all the 3 and outs and whatnot, man. He wants to score the football. So that's what he's got to convince Mark Davis of, man. What he's going to do on offense, who he's going to have do it. And that whole thing, man. Like I put this thing on YouTube today with Gruden. This don't have nothing to do with Gruden getting the job. I'm saying Gruden talking about the run game in the NFL. Man, it's like 3 minutes long. You should go check it out. Like that. Like I would want AP to come in my office with something detailed as that. Maybe even come in with the guy who he plans on having help him out. You know what I mean? And just run it all the way down to me, man. What you plan on doing offensively? Because D, I know we got that, and we don't have to change nothing. So it's really gonna be easy. Otherwise, now I hire a new guy. I got to see if he wants to keep Patrick Graham. You know what I mean? We got to do all. Maybe we might have to go through the whole hiring of a whole defensive staff and all that, and changing the defensive philosophy and all that. When if we hire AP, we know we don't have to do that. All we have to do is get this offense right. Hopefully, he can convince me. But like you said, I'm gonna interview, right? And people gonna be like, "Oh, Ragu, you was on that bullshit. You said hire him after the Chief game." Right now, I'm gonna interview Harbaugh. If he wants to be interviewed, if he wants to apply for the Raiders coaching job, I'm gonna interview Harbaugh. I might just interview Harbaugh and Antonio Pearson. That's it, and make my decision out of those 2 guys. But Harbaugh would get an interview simply because this is me talking. He has Raider ties. He started coaching in the NFL at the Raiders. Now, everywhere he's been, the team has improved. From when he was at the San Diego University, not San Diego State.
University.
Yeah, they improved immediately. He went on to
Niners.
the Niners. They improved immediately.
Or was it Stanford?
Everybody gets to a championship level. No, he went to Stanford. Stanford got to a championship level that they never were at. Went to the Niners, improved immediately, got them back to the championship level. Left the Niners, went back down to Michigan, is playing for the national championship next week after being in it last year. And his brand of football is tough. They play tough. There's none of that floss. You know what I'm saying? That basketball on grass shit. They get after it, bunch of tight ends, attack you offensively. And
Absolutely.
I like that.
Absolutely.
And I like that.
He's a tough
old school foot, right?
Yes. Yes. Grind.
But he's got the modern touch to it with the shotgun runs and all that. But most of it is getting after you, blocking. I'm about to run this big front at you, pause and get after you all day. See how you like it. If you can take it, then you might can be around at the end and have a chance. Most teams aren't going to like it and submit within the, by the third quarter, man, we're going to have that game wrapped up. And just turn the Raiders back into, kind of like the bullies of the West that we used to being, man. And I ain't going to lie, man, that's attractive to me. But I also would go with AP and trust him. I just need to know what we going to do on
have his package.
Even if you interview Harbaugh and find out what he wanted to do, and then hit AP with the, hey, well, what you think about going with this? Like what Harbaugh said, or whatever. And I just got to be convinced offensively that we're going to do something different. Because I did not, if I'm the owner, I did not like the O this year. As a fan, I didn't like that shit. So I know he didn't like it. And that's where I'm at. Just those two guys is who I'm looking at interviewing.
There you go.
Well, so
good guys. Those are two decent guys, solid guys, and you will get toughness from Harbaugh. Because when he came to the Niners, man, he had offensive linemen, extra offensive linemen, and they could move. And the reason being is they wanted to get up the field, second level, third level, punishing guys, DBs with linemen. So it's easier in the run game. His run game was magnificent with Colin Kaepernick, man. Can't say enough about it. And when he left, we could say we, as a Frisco faithful, man, were really hurt. But we wished him the best. As you can see now what he's done in this Michigan program and why the administration love him to death when they choose to penalize him and not let the NCAA penalize him. But that says a lot about his character, who he is, and the toughness that he brings, because he used the word yesterday as they interviewed him before the game started. He called his guys savages.
Yeah, savage. These savage warriors.
Savage warriors, man. So that tells you right now, you get fired up to want to play for a guy like Harbaugh. We had coaches like that growing up, man. I took on that challenge. I wanted to be around those coaches because they inspired me. Knowing I was a little guy, could take on something bigger than Goliath. You know what I'm saying? Man, you guys you guys have a great future ahead of you, man. The Raiders are looking with a great upside, as you say. Got a great upside with a future young coach in AP. And it's good candidates out there as well. But like you said, D, I agree with you, man. You got to solidify your offense. And you got to have a package that makes sense to me, because I've seen what the naysayers called this Josh guy from New England. Offensively, we didn't do anything. Gruden gave us a little something down in there. But when this guy Josh, who was supposed to be the guy for offense,
Right.
didn't show me anything. I mean, we got Adams, we got all
It
the
got worse.
that works. So we
Yeah.
got a piece. We went and got Adams for him, and sheesh, rest
Yeah.
is so definitely
It got worse.
the Raiders got a great upside. It's just solidifying this coach position in the near future.
Yes. How do you figure that? The offensive guru came, but the team got worse on offense. And we got better players.
And the Adam Schmuckslers guys, those were the guys hollering that he was going to change the Raiders after Gruden was out, and he's going to make the Raiders' offensive numbers grow and blase, and it got
They had
worse.
us all believing it too. The experts.
You let the tight end get to New York, get away from the one guy who was balling off the chain for you guys as a tight end. So you keep the tight end, you get Adams, you got Josh Jacobs side. You got a decent offensive game plan now, man. You just
You
go
would
out
think?
bad. So and then listen, like I said before, you have Zeus in the can.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You got a two-headed monster with him and Jacobs.
Certainly do now and going forward. And I
Yeah,
think they should bring Jacobs back.
I do too.
Hope they can come to some type of agreement with him and keep both of those guys and be that type of team that has two guys that can really get after it.
From a defensive standpoint, D, would you want to tackle them two dudes for 4 quarters? If one of us coming at you and he's got power, who has been fined for his toughness, who has been
Yeah.
fined for his offensive toughness.
Yeah.
Never heard of that, but okay. And
And
then
then Zeus just runs right into you. He don't even really make that many moves.
he's not throwing no juke move. You better get out. But he coming fast too.
Right, yeah, yeah. He's a straight downhill, get the pads low and run into you type back. So no, to answer your question, no. Most guys aren't gonna want to deal with that for 4 quarters, man. And hopefully Josh can get in here in this last game and get some money, man, against the Donkeys. Because I believe the Donkeys still have a little bit of hope. And nothing would be greater than to end their whole hopes and dreams right there in Vegas. And also get AP one more win, man, to go on his resume. Show up and play hard against these guys, even though nothing is on the line.
Nothing.
But pride. That's gonna be big. These guys come out fired up, playing hard, playing fast against Denver. That's gonna say a lot for AP as well, man. So, I'm just saying, it's gonna be interesting to see the effort
Absolutely
this week against Denver.
I think you guys have come out with great energy, great effort, just for AP. Not only for AP, but for the team chemistry moving forward. As Adam, said earlier in the season, man, we can't keep talking about next year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to get this thing done now. And
exactly, bro. Real talk.
I think now's the time with solidifying your coach right away so that now you can go get a quarterback.
Yeah. And that's going to be a whole nother thing.
And that's going to be a whole nother thing. So
yeah, we'll do draft show and quarterbacks and all that later on in the off season. That's going to be great material, great content for the show, for the channel. Mm-hmm. Interesting fact: old Gerald Stidham, Stiddy, is a quarterback for Denver for the last 2 ball games. He replaced the veteran Russell Wilson. Stiddy also replaced Derek Carr last year in the last 2 games of the season. So
with the gray and black,
guy,
with the gray and black on, with the gray and black on,
the silver and black, yeah.
Silver and black.
He's a guy 2 years in a row, replaces a guy, the veteran guy that's, the big money guy for the last 2 weeks. So, yeah, we playing against old Stiddy on Sunday, 125 at Allegiant Stadium against the Donkeys. And, we're not going to lose to old Stiddy, man.
Y'all know him.
Yeah, we're not going to lose to old Stiddy, man.
Gonna be a lot of rivalry talk on the field, huh?
It should be. It's of course it is. We own these guys. Beat these guys 7 times in a row.
Basically because it's the Broncos, and then they got Steady at the helm.
Yeah. Right. So. Our QB from last year. So we gonna get after the Donks in their hopes of going to the postseason.
I like how you use that phrase.
In all those hopes. And it's gonna be great. We're gonna go out on a big note. Everybody nice and happy for AP. AP goes out on a good note, should get the job. He's gonna interview for the job, we know for sure.
Let's go.
Not even gonna get into a bunch of X's and O about the Bronco game. We know they got a few great players. Russ ain't playing. We know Surtain is a fantastic player. Other than that, everybody is kind of mid over there, bro, in my opinion.
On record of saying mid?
Denver? Yeah, Denver's mid. And their coach. Coach is mid. They got him as like this guy. He's not a guy.
He's not a guy?
I ain't got him as a guy. He only went to and won one Super Bowl. And that's because Peyton didn't play well.
Tough defense. He had a tough defense that year.
What, the bounty guys that he got suspended for?
Hey.
The bounty gate guys?
Let's not discredit his championship now. Those guys are hitters.
He got 2 and won one.
Hey,
and then they tried to turn him into some type of guru.
Yeah, that's what does it, right? As you would say, it's just a business. You get you a natty. What is that? What is that, like a driver license or something? You're locked in.
Just about. It is.
You locked in forever, correct?
You are, especially in the league.
Hey, man. Well, you guys.
It's a separator.
Yeah.
It's a separator, is what it is. You got the guys that have won, and the guys that haven't.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: what was your prediction of your Raiders preseason? What was your preseason? So,
I'm glad you asked that. So if you saw the All Grind Sports Show podcast prediction show, I had the Raiders at 5 wins, bro. 5. And that was with thinking that Josh McDaniels then was going to be around.
Okay.
And I feel like, so we're sitting on 7 right now.
Possibly.
We're sitting on 7.
Possibly.
We're trying to get 8. If they had stayed, I feel like I would have hit it right on the nail.
Now, is that prediction based off not having Jacob sign?
No, it was the questionable quarterback situation and the questionable coaching from the year before.
Gotcha. Wow. There you have
what had me on that.
Facts. One of the coldest.
So, you want to add anything about them Niners, man? I'm done with the Raiders. We got the Donkeys. We might do a pregame right before the game on Sunday, but right here we want to get this one in. It's Tuesday afternoon right now. You got anything you want to say about your Niners? You guys clinched number 1 in the NFC.
Oh man, I mean, well, we appreciate you having us open up with these Niners, man. But yeah, definitely, I'd like to say, man, we had a great season. I want to say it's one of the best seasons that I've seen in a long time put together. With the exception of those 3 losses to those, as we would say, those minor minor teams in the league.
Mid
Yeah, mid teams in the league.
any given Sunday though, man. Everybody's pro.
As old ball coach would say, any night you can lose. And I don't think we did anything from that but gain and get better. Because as you see now, we rolling on all cylinders. We rebound well after getting our fannies brought to us by the Baltimore Ravens. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm happy with what we got moving forward. We got the number 1 seed. I hope these guys play a half and then rest, and not just all sit out. But I'm glad that Brock Purdy was able to rebound, get him some continuity going. But if he's watching, I like to say, man, hey, listen, man, you can't pretend to be a tough guy. You just got to be one. You know what I mean? I'm behind you guys 100%. Keep doing what you're doing. Big Trent, get healthy, man. We need you. I can't say enough about that defense, revamping it. We talked on a All Grind show about, Chase Young,
Yeah, I was just
flipping
about
over,
to mention him.
flipping over to the defensive side. I'm just not sold. I'm just not sold on this Chase Young guy. To me, he's like a rookie right now, and the guy over there at Detroit's playing better than him. The guy over there at the young guy, where's the other young guy playing at Chase? One just got hurt, number 2 for Miami. Chubb.
That is Bradley Chubb, yeah.
Bradley Chubb. But listen, man, Chase Young, if you're watching this, brother, can we get rid of the almost or the subpar rush or the over pursue where you lose contain and the guy slips up under you? Like, come on. Debo, Ayuk, Kittles, Jenkins, Jennings, all block, man. They block well. Come on, man. You got to do your part on defense if they doing their part on offense, brother. You know what I mean? So you defensive guys need to talk it over. And I want to go out on a limb too today, man, and call out Fred Warner, man. I want to call out Fred Warner and say, hey, man, don't just be satisfied. You know what I mean? Don't be satisfied, Fred. Let's settle in, man, and lock in and be great, man. Go have a talk with P-Dub, man. Call P-Dub up. P-Dub, give him some words of wisdom, man. He's a good kid. He's a great backer, Mike Backer. I wouldn't have any other at this moment. But I just want to shoot that out to my guys, man, because there's no way we should have lost to Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? No way. You know what I mean? But now I'm going to get over there to this coaching staff. And it starts from the top, Shanahan. Run that ball, man. Put number 24 in the game. Big back. South Carolina kid. Come on, man. Get these guys in the game. Feel me? You got your Mitchell back. Mitchell's back. He did great this weekend, getting in and filling in for McCaffrey. Hopefully your calf get well, McCaffrey. But yeah, man, we got to play better, sound foot defensively. I feel like going into the GM box, man, with Lynch. Bro, we didn't need Chase Young. We need DBs. You feel me? You know what I mean? We need DBs, man. We need guys that can cover man coverage, man. Ward, you've been doing over there.
You said that last week.
Yeah, DBs, man. We need to step up. What DBs? Why we have to move Lenore into covering the slot? So he's playing like really an outside backer, some degrees. You know what I'm saying? Play a lot
Absolutely.
of. Now I'm
I
headed.
played that.
Yeah, DC, get your thumb out your paws. Come on, DC. DC, come on, man. You're on the West Coast, bro. Blitz a little
Steve
bit.
Wilkes, isn't it?
Huh?
Steve Wilkes, I believe, the brother.
That's his name, man. I just didn't want to use it. Not
Oh,
giving
okay.
credit. He's a DC.
Interim coach from
Yeah,
Carolina last year.
right, man. And chewed out the brother over there, man. I kind of don't feel you for that, man. You embarrassed, you don't do our people like that in front of all the people. You put him to the side. But anyway, call a better game, brother. You know what I'm saying? You and Shanahan need to go look in the mirror, man. Shanahan, you got all those running backs and don't use them.
I can't believe y'all complain about Shiny, man.
DC, blitz a little more, just a little bit more. Take away the inside. Did it tell
That's why
you?
they got all them first round draft picks on the D line, so they won't have to blitz.
Hey, in the National Football League, there are going to be some good O-line. You're not going to get there. You're not going to get there every time, Wilkes. Blitz a little bit, especially when you're playing against Lamar Jackson. We shouldn't even be rushing up the field when we know it's past that. Just sitting there. Wait. Come on.
Shout out to Lamar, MVP. MVP performance. And we're gonna get into that a little bit later. But yeah, I just wanted to let you get your Niners stuff in there, man. You good?
Great. We great.
All right. Well,
Hey,
yeah.
man, we'll see you guys next week, man.
We had Coach Fame in here, man. We thank him for pulling up for this first YouTube debut of the They Follow from Burners with Ray the Ragu. Appreciate you, brother. Raider Nation, we love you, man. Peace. Thanks for showing up. We're going to beat the Donkeys. I'll see you guys a little bit later in the week. We'll do a little pregame. But thanks for pulling up. Peace.
Hey.